What's up, guys? Welcome to Run It Back with Blair Bomber. I'm Blair Bomber, and guys, I'm making some changes to the pod, okay? Because I don't really have a reason other than I think I was just getting a little bit, I don't know. I don't want to say bored because bored makes it sound like, you know, like I'm just going through the motions. I think maybe I was for a little bit, you know. I would look at the pod almost like, do I gotta do, and that right there, just that thought of, do I have to do the pod this way? It became a like, okay, I gotta change it up. I gotta make something different for me because it wasn't broken. I mean, it works just fine the way it was. The mic sounds fine. The light's great. The setup is fucking beautiful. Look at this fucking studio and this bitch. You know, but I just needed something to, like, how am I going to force myself to be in a more creative state of mind? And I think, you know, when I do stand up, I have a mic in my hand, you know, like it's in my hand, and I feel creative when I'm just in that space. It's like when you go and, you know, it's like playing basketball with a ball that's just a little bit too flat. You could still get shots up, yeah, but it's just the ball's gonna hit the ground, it's gonna bounce once, and it's gonna go. So that alone, like, kind of takes you out of wanting to play. You're like, I don't want to go shoot at the. It's not gonna bounce at all. It's like it bounced a little bit. I can dribble kinda, but now I have to slam the ball into the ground. That's not nearly as fun. And then you know that's the only ball you have, and then you feel like, shit, I don't know if I want to play today. That's a decent. It's a decent analogy, I think, right? I think it worked. So here are the changes that I'm making, right? First of all, if you're watching, which most of you are not, I moved the table away. I'm a little bit more, it's just me and the mic. I got the mic stand. I got the mic in my hand. And I don't know. I feel like this could be a better way to do it. And it might not be forever. Maybe I'll change my mind in a week, in a month, in 2 days, in 2 minutes. I might change in the middle of the podcast, knowing how wishy-washy I am. You know, but for now, this is going to work. Also, I think I'm going to stop doing them twice a week, okay? Because what happened is the turnaround was too quick. I would do a pod, it'd be 20 to 30 minutes, and then I'd be like, all right, I gotta put this out, I'll put the audio out, and then I gotta come back later, and then I'll go do the edit, and then I'll find the clip, and then I'll do all this stuff, right? And then I was just putting pods out and not really building the pod up as much anymore. You know, I'd be like, all right, it's out there, look at it, and then later, like, retroactively put out a clip. When what I should be doing, which is what I think I'm going to do, is record a pod early in the week. Like, today is Monday the 22nd or whatever the fuck, right? I'll record on Monday. I like doing things on Monday. Sometimes I was trying to record on Sundays, and something about Sundays, I just want to do nothing. I want to be outside. I want to drink a little bit. You know, these are just the things that I want to do on Sundays, which is, I mean, essentially that's me saying I want to do nothing. So the idea of like having to do a pod on Sunday to put it out on Monday, it became almost a chore. And I don't want this to be a chore. I want this to be the thing that I love to do, which it has been for a long time. I mean, guys, we're at 150 fucking episodes. Like, this is unbelievable. The fact that I'm still doing this, and I mean, I'm getting better at it, but it's going nowhere. Bonnie won't even listen anymore. And Bonnie doesn't do anything. All right? Bonnie just drove from Montana to Arizona just cuz. I mean, they went to Lake Havasu, which Havasu, I feel like, isn't that like a younger type move? Or maybe it's split. Maybe it's just 18-year-olds and people who are 75. And maybe they should get together and have a little bit of fun. I just need to change it up. So now I'm going to record on Monday or Tuesday, and I'm going to record it, and I'm not going to put it out right away. I'm going to wait until, I think I'm going to do Thursdays. I think Thursdays will be the day that I release it, or maybe Friday. I don't know. Do you feel like, I feel like podcasts usually come out early in the week, but I feel like I do want to have it during the week, but I think maybe it'd be a good thing to have for you on the weekend, because most of the pods we've already listened to are already over by the weekend. This is just for people who listen to podcasts, right? If you listen to this podcast, you'll probably listen to other ones. If you just listen to this, it's like, are you okay? Are you sick? Like, what's going on? What do you need? What can I do to get you there? Because if this is all you listen to, first of all, thank you. Thank you for having loyalty to this pod. What if I was like, hey, no one listen to any other pods or I don't want your business? Probably cut my viewership to 1. At this point, the only person listening is just me, Kevin, Chaz, and Eric, and Danielle. It's all the whites. It's just the whitest podcast. Like, look, I got my hat on backwards for the poster, and then my hat's on backwards right now, guys. Look, same guy. Look at this. Look at that. Voila. Swalla-la-la. Have you heard that song by Jason Derulo? This guy just puts out hits, and all they're about is dancing, drinking, and fucking. I love it. It makes me... He has a song called Swalla, which is just him saying, hey, take that liquor and swallow it. It also is code for, hey, take this... Blair, you're going dirty. I know. God damn, do I have the heat on? What am I doing? Okay, here's the thing. I'm going to put the mic down for time me 15 seconds. All right? 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that was like 7 seconds, dude. That's how dedicated I am to this pod. I just didn't stop. I put it down. I ran over there. I turned the heat or the AC on. Whatever thing is clicking on in the background. I don't even know if you can hear it. You probably can't. But I turned that shit off for you guys. Okay? Also, I already like this a little bit more. I feel a little bit more free. I have a little bit more space to work. You know, the mic is in the mic. I mean, again, you guys aren't listening, but I have it in the mic stand. I feel like a rock star. Because when I go up on stage, I don't need the mic stand. Get it away from me. I move around too much. I need to have this thing in my hand. But for the sitting, I also don't sit down. So this is probably like a better way to go about it. Anyway, Jason Derulo, swalla-la-la. Swalla-la-la. What? It's how lazy are we? You know, he's just sitting there like, I gotta put a song out. And he's saying that to his producers or his, you know, whatever the fuck is in his or I can't speak. Whoever the fuck is in his inner circle. We got there. And he's like, man, what would be a song? And it's like, I don't know. Man, you just swallow that shot? That'd be a weird thing to say. Are you going to swallow that shot? So, you know, you need to drink, you're going to finish it, you're going to drink it, do that. And he's like, man, yo, that'd be funny if you swallowed that shot. Swallow. Yo, swallow it. Yo, swallow-la-la it. Hilarious. Swallow? It's got to be like a subliminal thing. He's talking about cum, right? He's got to be talking about cum. All these, dude, there's no one hornier in the world than pop stars. Hip hop, all they're doing is. Have you heard Blueface talk about this? Rapper Blueface is the worst rapper of all time, but all he does is talk about fucking bitches. And he said that since he's blown up, he's had sex with like 2,000 women. I mean, where do you find the time, dude? That just sounds like. It sounds like the last thing you'd ever want to do. Oh, car alarm. Sweet. Bam, bam, bam. That's annoying as shit. It's always when I start recording that the AC does its fucking thing, and then the heat turns on, and then there's a car alarm, and then my dick's hard. It's not supposed to be. These are just like the things that I have to deal with. You guys understand? These are things that I do. Anyway, back to Jason Derulo. Does anybody listen to lyrics, by the way? Like, are you guys the type of people, do you listen to what they're saying, or do you just vibe with like the beat and just kind of the rhythm of it? Because 3 or 4 times I listen to a song, and then I'm like, okay, what is this guy saying? And if it's a hip hop song, it's usually going to be something explicit and usually going to be the funniest shit you've ever seen. Because if you read it off the page objectively, it's like, drank, swalla-la-la, drank, Because you can take a drink of something without swallowing it. Bet you didn't know that. Because you take a drink, but to complete the act of drinking, you need to swallow it. And that's what Jason Derulo is getting to the bottom of, is you guys, a lot of people out there drinking and spitting it out. A lot of people aren't finishing their drinks. He's like, no, not around me. You're going to swallow that shit. You're going to swallow it. Drink. Love hip hop, dude. It's because it's like, also, I like that they don't have to say anything. I know that some rappers are out there and they say, like, J. Cole is saying something, Kendrick Lamar, they're just saying something, and that's cool. That's great. Okay? If you're at that level where you're so good at what you do that you can just sit there and say important things and make it sound amazing, like, how hard is that already? It's hard enough to make music, just to play a note or have a beat, or to create anything. That's impossible. I could never do that. But to be so good at it that now you're like, I'm actually going to say some shit. It's like, I know these guys are talking about coming on faces, but I'm going to talk about, people being shot by police. Fucking awesome. But I love the guys that do the other thing. The hip hop guys, the pop guys that are just like, hey, I like to dance, so I'm going to talk about dancing and fat asses. And boy, do I love fat asses. Dude, I saw the biggest, fakest ass at the gym the other day. And I don't want to get hung up on, when you enhance yourself, that's what a body modification. I mean, they say body modification is like when they do like the extreme shit, like when they cut their tongue in half and shit. That's extreme body modification. But literally just getting anything done to like permanently, I think that counts, right? Because I mean, you can get your hair done. That's a modification, I guess, in its essence, but it's not actually like, it's got to be permanent. Is what I'm saying, right? And I don't want to, I'm not going to get on anybody for that. I mean, my teeth are fake, okay? Like, you don't think that how am I going to judge a girl with a fake ass? Okay, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to judge a girl with a fake ass. I'm going to try, because look, here's the thing. When the ass is fake, like with my teeth, you can look at my teeth and think that guy's got great teeth. We've seen people with great teeth, right? We've seen people that have beautiful, straight, white teeth. It's the ones they grew. They maybe not even had to have braces at any point, or maybe they did. Usually when you see straight teeth, you're like, okay, your parents had some money and slapped them on your face when you were 12, and you had them on for 6 years, and then you wear your retainer. Congrats. And we've all seen great asses, right? But we've never seen great fake asses. We know, our mind knows. It's like when you watch a movie and you see something CGI, you're like, oh, I've never seen that. I've never seen a raccoon speak. So I can look at that and my mind knows, like, okay, I'm going to accept it because I want to see the movie. But I also know that's not a real thing that occurs in nature. So my mind will always just know that it's not real. The same with fake asses. You've seen beautiful, perfect cheeks, but you've never seen like a beautiful, perfect fake ass and didn't know it was fake. I mean, come on. I mean, maybe maybe it's out there, but makes you wonder, what do they see? Like, are they seeing what we're seeing? Do they see that it looks like, like a quarter of a Michelin Man on a mic stand, like two of these. It's too little of these, and then it's like a big, just beach ball. And who's it for? I mean, maybe guys I guess it's the same with fake tits, but tits have gotten so good now that you almost don't even know when they're fake. I mean, once you get you got to motorboat them to make sure they're fake. That's how you know. Is anybody motorboating tits out there? Come on, be honest. Is anybody? Are married guys do that? My married guys out there, are you guys? Do you ever motorboat your wife? And it's not a joke. Talking to the married guys out there, my married boys. Yeah, she's got fun bags for a reason. Are you having fun? It's what they're there for, right? I'm seeing a girl right now, and you better believe, dude, I say what's up to her tits. I say what's up to her. I say hello to her tits so much that she got tired of me saying it. You know, and I was even saying it in a way I didn't know I was saying it. Because in my mind, I was saying, what's up, titties? And then what tended to happen after a while is it sounded like I was just saying, sup, titties. Which, don't say sup. Don't say sup at any point. Just say, what's up? How you doing? Tits. All right? I think it's important to address tits, right? Do you guys not? Anyway, I did it so much that my girl was like, hey, don't do that anymore. It really bothers me when you say what's up to my tits. I'm like, oh, okay. Do you know how many women are out there right now that would love to have a guy say what's up to their tits? And not in a creepy way, not in like you're on the subway and the guy's like, what's up? Just tits. It's like, no, it's like a guy who you're actually in a relationship with. That's what you want. Women that are alone hear these women that are in relationships of some sort complain about shit like that. Like, oh my God, he's like obsessed with my tits, and he's like obsessed with my ass, and he like loves my pussy and like my face, and he just like, and he kisses me all the time, and he's just like always rubbing up on me. And then when a girl talks like that in front of her friend who hasn't had a single man's hand on their taint ever, those girls are like, bitch, you need to take a walk. All right, because you're telling it to the wrong people. Tell it to somebody who gives a fuck. It's not a problem. Those are champagne problems. Oh, my guy touches my tits a lot. Ugh. Oops. But I can see how, I mean, like, if you do anything enough, it can become a little bit annoying. You know, the what's up titty, the sup titties, I get it. I mean, when she said it to me, I was kind of like, I don't say it that much. And then you know, when someone shatters that glass and then you can't not hear it, like you always just hear it after that point. You're like, oh, wait, I do say that a lot. Fuck. All right, find a new thing to say. What's up, pussy? That just sounds like you're talking to a fourth grader. Like some little kids trying to talk shit to you. You're like, what's up, little pussy? I'll stretch your ass out. And not in a sexual way. I mean, physically, I'm going to beat you up till your asshole bleeds. I like this more. I'm going to be honest. I feel a little bit more creative this way. Something about having the mic in my hand. I don't know if it's going to sound as good. And the audio might be shitty because it's a USB mic. And apparently the USB mics don't sync as well. I'm drinking C4 because I'm a maniac. Anyway, what were we talking about? Swallow-la-la, drank. It's like just talk about, that's how I feel about comedy. Like you're never going to find me saying something important. What? Important?
Blair, I feel like you're just telling a lot of jokes about sex and drinking and how you're probably a little bit gay.
It's like, yep, those are the things that I think are funny. I think the things that I think in my head are funny, right? And that's all you can really trust, right? I don't walk around thinking police brutality is funny. So I don't talk about it, right? I think it's a serious issue. And there are people that are so much more educated and know so much more on the matter. With a way bigger platform. Guys, 5 people listen to this podcast. 5. I have comic friends come up to me, man, how's your viewership? Not good. Not good. I'm just beating off in a closet. That's all I'm doing. I did speak on Black Lives Matter, though. That I do believe in. Okay? That I stand by that pod forever and for always. Blair, one time you got a little serious. Yup. Very passionate about that. I'm passionate about a couple things. Passionate about Black Lives Matter and anal. And that's pretty much it, guys. And cooking. I'm getting into cooking pretty well. All right? Made a lot of meat. I had a steak, goat cheese omelet today. Someone fucking wife my ass, dude. I fucking take care of these hoes, dude. Mike, back in mic stand. What do you think of the Kawhi Leonard shirt? Shout out Brady for the hookup. Shirts got to be, I mean, like, come on. I mean, I think when it comes to a t-shirt, I used to love going to like Spencer's Gifts and you wear a t-shirt that says something stupid like, save water, shower together. I mean, that's gold when you're 16. But when you're 30, it's like, give me like a Kolshin Brewing shirt, you know? Give me something good. I think because I think if I do that, if I make like a Cole Sprout, it's like okay, it's kind of got some character because I want a little bit of a backstory to a shirt. Unless it's a plain black or white, then it's like just give me the factory made. I just bought 2 black shirts off Pair of Thieves. Best t-shirts in the game. Pair of Thieves. They're a little expensive, but something happened with Hanes in the last couple of years where Hanes used to make the best shirts, the comfort, soft, they were the best. Tagless, beautiful. And then somehow they just changed their material. They probably tried to go green. We've got a new green initiative and it's going to save like 1 to 2 trees a week for the next 6 months. But I want you to know the collar's going to suck forever. And it does. The collar fucking sucks now. And the sleeves are all shitty. Whatever. Shout out Kawhi Leonard. He's listening. How funny would that be if of the 5 people listening, one of them was Kawhi Leonard? Like if he hit me up and he was like, dude, sometimes work gets in the way of recording the podcast. There's a quick little 20-minute break to put out some fires at work. What are you going to do? That's what happens, man. I mean, it's hard being an employed guy. It's hard keeping. Some people have a hard time keeping a job. I don't. Your boy can stay employed. But then there's always stuff with work. You ever notice that? You ever notice there's always like the thing that happens with work where it's like there's gossip here and there. And it's also a thing of where do you guys find the time? Like the only thing I enjoy talking shit about is comedy. I love it. And I'll shit on open micers, myself, mid-level headliners, people with Netflix specials. Everyone is a critic. Okay? And it's fun. It's fun to be like that. I don't care what you say. It's fun. That stuff is fun. So you can sit there and act like it's not a fun thing to shit on stuff. It's like, I'm a positive person. It's like, shut up. Shut up. You probably have a fucking fake account on Twitter and you just tweet at Donald Trump. Little egg, like fucking, you hope you burn in hell, Donald. It's like, yeah. But you're all about positivity. It's all about positivity until you feel like you're the one who's like solving hate in the world, isn't it? It's like, don't shame people unless it's Donald Trump about being fat. Don't fat shame unless it's the president of the United States. We think he's a racist bigot, so it's okay to shit on those guys. I get that. I call out white supremacists all the time. White supremacists? All the time. Fuck them. I stand by it. Frag them. Blair, where are you going to get a grenade? I don't know. I'll find it. You're wishing for violence against a group of people. No, I'm making a joke. It's funny how you can make a joke about something and it's so to the moon. It's so just through the clouds to the moon. And people are like, did you mean what you said about taking an RPG to the double wide of the KKK Grand Master? Grand Wizard? It's Grand Wizard, right? The KKK Grand Wizard? You're going to shoot a bazooka at him? Where are you going to get a laser beam from? That's too violent. Yeah, it's not real. It's just hyperbole. Did I use that right? Did I use hyperbole correctly? Someone answer me this. Someone tell me. So I'm not sure if I am. I think I am. I think I used it right. Does anybody know for sure? I feel like you guys don't. I don't know. Just jokes. Like, why take it? Like people that have all the time in the world to take things seriously all the time? Like, seriously? You have time to take things seriously? Oh, God. I don't know if there's anything I'd rather do less than take shit seriously. It's all just have more fun. All right? Have a little bit more fun. I don't know. Also, another thing I'm trying to do with the pod is like, I think if I'm going to do one once a week, I got to have a little bit more prep. I got to prepare a little bit more. All right? And even if it's like something as simple as, like just pulling up like web browsers of shit that I like, or there's little stories I think are funny or interesting. I mean, like this one, like I'm pulling it up right now. It's like there are times where I'm like, okay, first of all, Yahoo News it was my favorite. Now it's a little bit contrite. Did I use that one correctly? I've used hyperbole and contrite. Did I use either one of those right? Someone let me know. Go to the polls. We're going to the phones. People like gossip, though. People like stories. And I get it, right? So there was, what's the other thing I'm looking at? Yeah, there's remember Mrs. Doubtfire? Robin Williams, where he plays like he gets in drag and pretends to be a nanny. He's hang out with his kids. It's a funny movie. I mean, I remember I haven't seen it in 20 years. I haven't seen it, 10 years probably. I saw it last night. I haven't seen it in a while, right? I haven't seen it in a while. But I remember it being very funny. I remember really enjoying it. Pierce Brosnan's in it. Fucking total piece. I mean, James Bond's in it, guys. Come on. Is it Sally Fields? I don't know. Anyway, the director, Chris Columbus, tough name. I mean, change that, dude. What's your name? Chris Columbus. What's your first name, though? Chris. Did your parents name you Chris, or did they name you Chris? It's Chris. It's Chris. Christopher Columbus? Yeah, all right, dude. Eat shit. Tough name. Are you responsible for the genocide of the Native Americans? Mm-hmm. That's me. I'm the same guy that was alive in 1470, whatever. What year was that? 1400s? 1700s. I have no idea how the history of the world, of the Americas works. Also, did you know that no one knows who named Earth Earth? I don't know. I might have just made that up. But I'm pretty sure no one knows who named Earth Earth. I can look that up. I can find out right now. Who named Earth Earth? I mean, these are the kind of things you come for in the pod. Who named Earth and why? Watch, it's going to be just like the name Earth is derived from both English. That's not how you say English. It's an SH at the end. English and German words, respectively. I love how they put these like two words that no one's ever heard together. Like this is what these together it means this, respectively, which mean ground. That's exciting. Hey, what's Earth mean? Ground. Oh, so this thing that inhabits, intelligent life. We're just gonna. What'd you guys name that? Ground. Oh. Cool. It's like naming a cocktail Wet. Hey, what's that thing called? Wet. I don't know. All right. Sick. But the handle's creator is unknown. Didn't just make it up. Let's go. One interesting fact about Earth's name. Earth is the only planet that wasn't named after a Greek or Roman god or goddess. Boom. No one knows who named Earth, guys. I'm not just full of shit, okay? I mean, I definitely am. But like also kind of not. Not today. That's who named Earth. Perfect. We're learning. Guys, you come here to learn stuff, all right? And you better believe you learned some shit just now. Who named Earth? Anyway, Mrs. Doubtfire. Back to that. The guy, Chris Columbus, he came out and he was like, man, I let Robin Williams just go. This guy did. We have like a PG version, a PG-13 version, an R-rated version, and an NC-17 rated version. Now, how many of you know what NC-17 actually means? Do we know what this means? Okay, I'm going to tell you, because I know. Because I'm the smartest guy you've ever met. No, I'm a moron. But I do know this. This is just like factual stuff. This is just things you can just like look up. All right, and I just happen to have seen this. By the way, I didn't always know this. I found this out recently, but I'm going to pretend like I've always known it. So just fucking go with it. So rated R means you have to be 17, at least 17 to go by yourself, right? But you can be accompanied with a parent, with a legal guardian, with somebody over the age of 18 or 21, whatever it is, and then you can go. NC-17 says absolutely no admittance of anybody under 17, all right? Which is hilarious. It's like they can buy cigarettes, but they can't. Watch Mrs. Doubtfire, the dirty Mrs. Doubtfire, where He gets fucked by Pierce Brosnan. That's the version you want to see. It's like, yeah, actually, guys, there was a version of Mrs. Doubtfire where Robin Williams actually sucks off Pierce Brosnan so good it ruins his relationship with Sally Field. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? That's a version I want to see. Just Robin Williams fucking hairy knuckles just beating off. Like, that's like a hair. I mean, Pierce Brosnan's a hairy ass dude. That guy's got a fucking chest, a chest mane. A mane of hair on his chest. And we've all seen Robin Williams' fingers before. Those things, you know, it's like a wet hand just dragged along a barbershop floor. You know? But anyway, the guy said that at 17, and everyone was like, whoa, there's a dirty version of Mrs. Doubtfire. Oh, I can't believe it. And the guy like walked it back. He said, hey, I mean, there's an R-rated version, okay, but there's not like an NC-17, which that's the same thing, dude. It's the same thing. No one thought there was going to be a secret blowjob at the end of Mrs. Doubtfire because Robin Williams was just fucking feeling himself that day. He's an artist. Let him play. It's like, no. He probably just had more lines where he said fuck in it. And now it's... Because I think you get one fuck. Not like an actual physical fucking. You get like one... The word fuck can be said one time in a PG-13 movie. But 2 times, it's not rated R. So literally, it could be the same movie, just says fuck a couple times. So let's not get too carried away here, people. All right, but still, it is kind of cool. Man, no one knows who named Earth. Kind of cool. Well, the first thing I love when you type something into Google and it gives you want like that answer that you're like, you don't want to like do any research. You want the first thing to pop up, not even like a link. It just gives you the answer. Like Google answers it for you, right? That's what I just, read. But then there's the thing below it and it goes, people also ask. And that's my favorite. The first thing people also ask is, who named the earth in the Bible? I mean, guys, I don't think the Bible named anything. Shakespeare named everything. You know that? You know that Shakespeare just created like 100 words? He just made them up. Isn't that wild? Yo, well, I'm going to do a podcast on William Shakespeare at some point because that dude, I mean, the guy is just, if he is who they thought he was, then he's like the most talented creative person who maybe has ever lived, if you think about it. I mean, the guy wrote these things that we still are, we're still making versions of that today. And if you believe that he was like a commoner that just knew all these things and just like self-educated, then, or there's the other theory, it's the fourth Duke of, Oxford, which is where it's like a thing where it's like, is it what? Well, okay, we'll go into it. We'll do a quick little thing on William Shakespeare, and then I'll put it to bed. And then I'll save it for a special episode called, you want to talk about Willie Shakes? Willie Shakes! All right, here's the thing. So the thing about William Shakespeare is no one really knows where he came from. Well, they know like where he's from, but they don't know like how he was so educated. How did he learn all this stuff? How was he able to write these things without any formal education? And the theory is that there was another guy who was, Oxford educated, but he was like an earl or a duke or something. But the thing is, back then, being a playwright was not a prestigious thing. It was actually looked down upon because it's like those shows were looked at as like, oh, peasants do those. Like, there's nothing, that's not cool. We don't want you to do those things. So the guy pretty much who wrote all this stuff, like found Shakespeare and said, hey, look, I wrote all this stuff and I want to see them made. So I'm going to give them to you. You say you wrote them and then they can get made, and then I'll use you as like, you're like my living actual alias counterpart. And then people are like, no, that's bullshit. But that's like a theory. That's all I'm saying. That's a theory that one of the things is a thing, right? We got there, right? Is it time to check in on our boy Johnny Depp? Let's see how our boy Johnny's doing. Mike, back in the mic stand. And you better believe that I'm going to announce that every single time. Watch this whole thing just sound like shit. Okay, so also, I never did a follow-up on like the ruling of Johnny Depp at with the whole thing with him and his ex. I didn't do a follow up on that. I probably should. I don't know. At some point I will. I mean, I could do it right now, but I just don't really actually fucking just do it, Blair. What the fuck are you doing? What else are you gonna do, man? You're gonna do fucking nothing else. All right. So what if I do the whole podcast just from this side angle? All right. Johnny Depp court. Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, court ruling. All right, give me something. Oh, 4 days ago. Wow. So okay. Lawyers for Johnny Depp moved to appeals UK court ruling that he assaulted ex-wife Amber. I mean, God, who hasn't hit their wife, you know? Especially she's like 30, 20 years younger than him. It's like, you know she's going to say some dumb shit. It's like, what do you mean you don't know how the TV works? What do you mean you don't know who Shakespeare is? You got to just, you know? Kidding, guys. Always jokes. Always, always, always kidding. All right, Hollywood star seeking permission to appeal the member in his libel lawsuit against the Sun for labeling his wife beater in April. There's lost his case following a 3-week trial in July. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so like basically he tried to sue the Sun, it's like the UK, you know, like the New York Times, the UK or whatever it was, for calling him a woman beater, and then they went to court and they were like, trying to prove that he did, in fact, kick the shit out of his wife. And they were like, oh, yeah, she says that you are. And so now the Sun said what she said. So basically, you don't win this. You don't win this lawsuit against the thing who said that libel said that you didn't say that. Right? We following that? Now, so allegedly, Johnny Depp kicked the shit out of his wife. All right, I'm not here to place judgment because I don't know if I believe this bitch. No, he probably did. He's a crazy person. I mean, come on, man. He's famous for that long. How normal can you be? All right. You know, he doesn't. I don't think he lives under the same rules that we do. You know how long he's been famous for? 40 years he's been famous. Like, can't go outside famous for 40 years. You think he knows you're not supposed to hit women? Come on. He has no idea. What do you mean I can't do this? I'm fucking... It's on 21 Jump Street. Twice. Well, it's like 4 seasons. I meant 21 Jump Street like on the TV show, and then he was in the movie at the very end. Anyway. But I bet you didn't know this, is that he had a movie come out recently. And it's called City of Lies. Where actually, take everything that I just said about Johnny, take it away, put it away. I'm going to tell you the premise of this. Well, this is like my version of what the premise is. I'm not going to read the premise. But basically... there's a movie, City of Lies, where Johnny Depp plays this police detective trying to solve the murder of Biggie and Tupac. I mean, come on, guys. Wouldn't you just kind of want to see that? You know? I feel like Johnny Depp's playing a guy who's like trying to argue in the favor like Biggie and this is amazing. It's going to be amazing. And it actually was finished years ago. It was supposed to come out in 2018, but got pushed because of the whole, you know, kicking the shit out of his wife thing, which is not cool, Johnny. Not cool. And now it just came out, and apparently it's always a weird thing when the critics are like super split. Like they don't really, they're not telling you like, wait, was it good or not? And people are like, trash, we hate him. It's like, yeah, okay, but you went in there biased because you don't like Johnny Depp, so you watched it from the beginning. As opposed to somebody else who maybe, you know, saw it objectively. I think the only way you can see something objectively is to know nothing about a movie. Like to go into a movie and be like, I don't know what I'm watching, but I am going to turn my phone off and I'm going to watch the whole thing, and then I will tell you how I think about it. You don't know what genre it is. You don't know who's in it. You don't know no idea what it's about. Just go and watch it. I think that's the only way to really truly have an objective opinion on a movie. No trailer, no hype. It's just someone says, hey, you are watching this. Well, I mean, like, you got to want to watch it. I think that's all a big part. It's like you make the decision that that you trust is going to give you, or you don't trust. Anyway, someone's going to give you a movie that you have to watch, and you're going to watch the whole thing, and then you will have a comment afterwards. Right? And then you figure it out as you go. I think that's a good way to go about it, right? What do you think? What do we think? Feel pretty good about that, right? Feeling okay? I like that went pretty well. Don't you? I don't even know how much time. I took like a 20-minute break for work calls in the middle of this. I mean, well, you'd never know because I am a wizarding edit. I'm an editing wizard. Man, your boy can't. All right, so I'm recording this on Monday the 22nd, but it's probably not going to come out until Thursday the 25th. That's 25th. Not sure. Okay, we got there. How do we feel about it? I like this setup, by the way. I think I'm going to keep doing it this way. This one feels, I don't know, I feel a little more free. I feel a little bit more. Get the mic in, get the mic stand. Just feels more like I'm doing comedy. Like I'm actually working on it. I mean, I love the other mic that, shout out Big Jake, that I love that mic. I love it to death. I've had it for a long time. But this isn't radio, all right? I mean, it is. But I'm alone. So, man. This might keep me off of getting a producer now if I feel this good about it. For those about to rock, we salute you. Wow, that sounded pretty good, actually. I think it's the stance that I have. For those about to rock, we salute you. Why is an old man saying that at the end? All right, dude, we did it. Rate, review, subscribe. Go leave a comment. Go review it, subscribe. You gotta subscribe. Guys, don't just not. Even if you don't listen, even if you do not listen to the podcast, go and subscribe to it. Please. I really want to get this podcast in double digits for listeners. I mean, right now, I have 5 people. It just makes it look so sad. Like, that's like an open mic. This should be like a slightly above an open mic. All right. We did it. I'm Blair. This was fun. Rudy still fucking sucks. I'm out.